You saw the title, so let's get straight to it. The 7 best high yield savings accounts in 2025, and in no particular order, but we are going to start with the high yield savings account we currently have, and that is CIT Bank's Platinum Savings Account. CIT Bank's Platinum Savings Account comes with a 4.35% APY. The thing about CIT Bank is there are no gimmicks, no tricks to get you in and then change their rate on you after you've signed up. And this is something I've personally witnessed from other financial institutions. And since I've been covering CIT over 2 years ago, they've proven to be reliable and consistent with offering rates near the highest of them. And with the Federal Reserve funds rate always changing, you should expect CIT and just about every other financial institution make adjustments throughout the year. The difference I've seen with CIT Bank is that they've stayed competitive with the highest rates for a while now, especially since back in December 2022, we've been very happy with CIT Bank. Now, CIT Bank's Platinum Savings does have a minimum balance requirement of $5,000 to earn that 4.35% APY. So if your balance does go below that amount, then you end up earning 0.25% APY on the balance, which is a significant drop. However, if you know you're not going to have more than $5,000 in this account, then you could sign up for their other savings account called the Savings Connect, which comes with a slightly lower APY at 4% APY. And that's the one we signed up initially when we moved over from American Express to CIT Bank until we got that balance up to $5,000 and then made the switch to their Platinum Savings account. Both of these accounts are FDIC insured and do not have any opening or monthly maintenance fees, which I am always a fan of. Both accounts do have a minimum opening deposit of $100, but in my opinion, it's a small amount compared to the competitive APY you will be able to earn. Like I said, over the last 2 years, we've been with CIT Bank going from the Savings Connect to the Platinum Savings Account, and it's been a great experience so far. There is an app that's very easy to use, and our personal experience has been that the website and app are actually both user-friendly. So if you're just looking for a high-yield savings account that keeps it straight with you and stays competitive, then take a look at CIT Bank. Number 2 on this list is Basque Bank's Basque Interest Savings Account at 4.5% APY. Basque Bank is another one of these financial institutions that has been consistent with their competitive rates over the last 2 years since I've been covering high yield savings accounts. I feel like of the many high yield savings accounts I've covered, time and time again, Basque Bank and CIT Bank have been at the top as far as overall value. And Basque Bank is offering a higher APY than CIT Bank at 4.5% APY. A nice thing about Basque Bank is that there is no minimum deposit required to open a Basque Interest Savings account. However, if you do plan to open a Basque Interest Savings account, make sure to fund it within 15 business days. Basque states that they reserve the right to close the account if it remains unfunded for 15 business days. Also, you can rest assured that your money is FDIC insured up to the $250,000 amount. Overall, in my opinion, I'd say Basque Bank has been one of the few financial institutions that I've been covering for over 2 years that has continued to offer competitive rates and doing so without fees. Next on this list is Bread Savings by Bread Financial, currently offering a 4.4% APY. Bread Savings got on my radar about a year ago in 2024, and I can confirm so far that they've stayed consistent with CIT Bank and Basque Bank. There is a $100 minimum deposit to open a high yield savings account with them, but in my humble opinion and experience, a financial institution that has a minimum of $100 to deposit or more is a sign that the customer base is a good one that will help the financial institution maintain a solid balance sheet. An important note to make is that Bread Financial states if you fail to fund your account within 60 days of account opening, they can close the account. If you fail to maintain a positive balance in your account for 60 days, they may close the account. Bread Savings, like the first ones we've covered, is FDIC insured, and there are no monthly maintenance fees, which is always great to see. There is mention of fees on their website, but that's only if you're looking for a paper statement, official check request, or performing an outgoing wire fee, which you can actually avoid those fees with free ACH transfers. Next on this list, and I'm sorry if I get the name wrong, is Brio Direct with a high yield savings account offering a 4.55% APY. This is going to be one of the higher APYs on the list, but you're going to want to learn more before you sign up. I will say I like the high APY and that they do not have any monthly maintenance fees. There is, however, a good sized opening deposit required, which is $5,000, and you have to maintain $25 or more to earn the high APY. For high earners, this is probably going to be no issue. And for others, this minimum deposit requirement might have you looking elsewhere, which is not a big deal because you do have other financial institutions offering competitive rates as well, as we've been covering in this video. Brio Direct's high yield savings account is also FDIC insured, but for clarity, they do state that all deposit products are provided by Webster Bank, and Webster Bank is an insured FDIC institution. Brio Direct is basically a sub-brand of Webster Bank, and this is no big deal. You see this often with these high yield savings accounts. They're just saying the money that you put in your Brio Direct high yield savings account is going to be insured by Webster Bank. So I think it's fair to include Brio Direct's high yield savings account on this list, but it's important to point out that there are online complaints of Brio Direct Webster Bank taking a long time to verify and approve new customers. This is not something I personally experienced at CIT Bank, but just wanted you to be aware in case you do decide to go with a Brio Direct savings account. Next on this list, Open Bank by Santander Bank, currently offering a 4.75% APY. And this is a new one on my list, and I thought it would be worth sharing. Again, Open Bank by Santander Bank. By the time you see this, the availability may change, but as of recording this video, Open Bank high yield savings account is currently available in most areas and coming soon to the Northeast. I'm talking about Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. A minimum deposit of $500 is required to open an account. Again, when you see a minimum deposit that is required, that's typically a good thing because they want to attract high income earners or at least decent income earners where they know they are going to be able to maintain those balances. There are no fees, again, which is a plus in my book. Something important to know if you're interested in opening an Open Bank high yield savings account is that you must not already have an open deposit account with Santander Bank through their retail branch network, which has locations in those states I talked about: Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. Also, you must not be a current lending customer of Santander Bank, regardless of where you reside. All this could change in the future, so if you are in one of these states or if you are in a situation where you cannot open an Open Bank high yield savings account with Santander Bank, make sure you subscribe, as we'll continue to monitor these different banks, these different high yield savings accounts, and cover them periodically. A very important note I want to make is to keep an eye on new high yield savings accounts that offer competitive rates. As I've been covering high yield savings accounts for the last couple of years, I have noticed that these new savings accounts are often only able to be competitive for a short time. This is why we've stuck with CIT Bank, because they haven't stopped being competitive with the best of them. But that's not to say Open Bank is going to be like this company that offers a high competitive rate and then changes it within 6 months. I do think Open Bank by Santander Bank is going to remain competitive, but I've been wrong before. A few other honorable mentions that I do want to include in this video is Popular Direct at 4.5% that has a $100 minimum deposit requirement. Another one, Lending Club, that has a 4.5% APY, but they have some weird requirement where you have to deposit $250 per month to earn that 4.5% APY, something to just kind of be aware of. So you may be asking, what about these other popular financial institutions like Capital One, American Express, Ally Bank? Well, I do understand the popularity of these financial institutions, but I still highly recommend looking at the first 5 we've covered in this video, because most of these popular banks and financial institutions are offering rates around 3.8% below 4% APY. So it's not bad, but you can definitely earn more with other financial institutions. Let me know what you guys think and which high yield savings account on this list, or maybe not on this list, you really like. And let me just say that saving is just a part of building wealth, and you need to learn the really important financial lessons that I discuss in the video on the screen. Go ahead and click on it, and I'll see you over there. Peace.